Hello, hello. Oh, I forgot to put my mic up to my mouth. Right, let's redo that. Hello, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be doing something really fun. We're going to be scaping my Paludarium. This is the Foresta 35E, and it's an integrated all-in-one Paludarium system, and we're going to be setting it up together. If you don't know, like the rest of the setup is in one of my reels on Instagram, so if you want to see the unboxing of it, check it out. I've already put in sand, so I hope you guys aren't offended, but it's probably the most simple part of Escape, so, you know, just put in the sand. It's probably the least complex part, but I hope you're not offended. I did that without you, but we will be doing the rest of it together. So without further ado, let's get to it. So I thought I would just kind of do this in real time instead of doing like a voiceover. So I put my mic here, but it's kind of, I don't know what it's doing. But I'm just gonna scooch over here, and I'm just gonna start by leveling out the sand here. And I'll get a close-up view for you guys as well, so you can really see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're gonna start by just leveling out the sand here. Like, it's weird with me in the camera, so I'm trying to get the angle right here, but I am still so new at being a YouTuber that I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. That's the main thing, right? So yeah, I'm just leveling out the sand. It's still a little moist because I had it in a bag because it was previously used from another scape. So don't mind that. Just trying to get this off my little tool here. But that's basically all I'm doing here, just leveling out. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just level it out as needed. Some people like to put a little bit more sand in the back to give it some depth, but I don't really feel like I need to in this case. Plus there's like a little vent over here, so I feel like I can't go too high because I don't want to cover that up. Okay, so with an aquascape, I really believe that you need that piece that is just going to be your focal point in your scape. And I have a very beautiful piece, and I'm just going to show you it, and you will see what I mean. So this is a gorgeous piece of manzanita wood. This is from Rad Aquatic Design. They are located in Vancouver, and if you're in Canada and want to get some really beautiful, unique pieces of manzanita or just any sort of, hardscape, they get gorgeous pieces of manzanita and other types of wood, and you can just see like the detail. It's not like the typical sandblasted manzanita. This one is just absolutely stunning, and some other pieces even have like bits of moss and things stuck to them. They're just so beautiful. So this here is going to be my focal point in my scape, and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to put this in. So I'm just going to place this right here. You tell I already had this planned out before I did the video. Yeah. So right here, just like that. I love how it comes over the rim here, and it just sort of elevates by coming out of the tank itself. I always love it when you kind of play with, the tank and the space you have by having your hardscape actually come out of your tank. And I think just having a tank like this just really allows you to play with something like that. So I think you could almost just leave it like this and it could be an absolutely stunning scape. But see what I mean by just finding something. It doesn't even have to be this fancy. You could just find like a big oversized piece of driftwood. But I really believe that's like like a huge component in aquascaping, is just finding that focal point that's really going to draw you in to the entire scape. Actually just got these. This is some really interesting rock. I have no idea what it was called because it wasn't labeled, but just look at this rock. I have to show you like up close because it's so gorgeous. It has so many different colors and elements to it. I have no idea what it's called though, so if anybody knows what this rock is called, please let me know. Let me just grab another piece to show you just how cool it is. Here's a small piece. You can see all the different colors. Like, how beautiful. So I think this is a rock that's really gonna make this scape pop. So let's try and play with it here and see what we can do with this absolutely stunning rock. So I like to put the bigger pieces in the back. So that's what I'm going to try and do here. Okay, so I've fiddled with it a bit here off camera to find the exact position that I feel like is working, and I put these two in the front, these two in the back, and I feel like that's a really nice layout. I'll show you a close-up view. So that's how I positioned them. So now I'm just going to place a few of these like detail stones because I just find it always kind of ties it all together really nicely. Just to add some little dark stones in beside the rocks. Just always like the way that looks. I'm not going to add too many. No, they're getting stuck in the rocks. But I think that's just a nice little detailed touch in this scape here. And just, typically I just like add as much as feels right. I would love to get some with more like edges, but unfortunately I don't have anything like that right now. So I'm just working with what I got. Okay, so now I have filled it up with water, and I did end up taking out some of the detail rocks because I just wasn't loving it. But now I'm just going to take out the sponges in the back, and I'm going to fill them up with plants and moss. And I'm hoping that I have enough moss, so we'll find out. So I have various plants here. I have a rock fern, whatever this is called. And I went to the reptile expo yesterday and I got some of these cool plants, some really cool ones that I'm planning to use in the scape. I also have some various aquatic plants and moss. Some of the moss isn't doing that great, and some of it's doing all right. But yeah, we're going to try and make the best use out of all these plants, and I think this is going to be really fun. I'm trying really hard to give you guys like the best view I can give you, but if it's not that great, I apologize. And the moss I'm using here is Christmas moss, but you can use various other moss like weeping moss or flame moss. Any really aquarium moss, and I think you could use like terrarium moss as well, no problem. Again, excuse my sniffling. I am progressively getting sicker as I film this, so that is fun. So it comes with this twine, so what I'm going to do, again, excuse my sniffling. Going to make a knot here just to initially tie it on. Okay, so now I'm just going to wrap it. feel like, you know, as time goes on, this moss will definitely, you know, spread for the entire sheet, and it won't look so weird, because in the beginning I see them, they just look a little funny. So now that that's done, I'm gonna chop it. There we go. Now we can bring it into the back here and secure it any which way that I can. This is not a good position for me to be in when I have a cold. My nose, it's like dripping. I don't know if that's too much information, but just keeping it real. I am actually dying right now. Alright, I feel like that's pretty good and nice and secure, so you can just chop off those remaining little bits. Eat off. So just to run you through some of the plants that I got, it's mostly moss with some other aquatic plants. I got this really interesting climbing vine in the corner there that should climb up here. And this is like a ficus plant, also another climbing one, and it spreads fairly quickly from what I've seen. So I'm really excited to see that spread out here. And then down here we have the rock fern, as well as this other fern, which I totally forget the name of. So my apologies, I totally forget that. And this is like an oak leaf ficus, I think, something like that. And I hope to have it crawling along here. I think that's gonna be really cool. And then I have some sort of leafy plant here. That's an aquatic plant that I'm gonna have to like growing immersed a little bit, and then some Anubias nana and some really tiny little Bucephalandra. And then I also have some mini cryptocorynes growing in here that are gonna stay nice and small. And then back here we have some Bucephalandra popping out of the water. More of that little grass-like plant. And that's pretty much all of it. I'm really excited to see this grow in. So thank you so much for watching and following me along in this build. If you're interested in this Paludarium, definitely check it out for yourself, and I hope this inspires anyone. I think this is just such a cool product, and it's just, I think it speaks for itself. So please like and subscribe to help support me, and I'm really excited I have another one right over there that I'll be building, so if you'd like to see that build as well, definitely comment below, and take care.